Good evening to all of you friends. Thank you for joining us here on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman, joined by 13 First Alert, excuse me, Chief Meteorologist. Not even the Chief Meteorologist. I'm all over
Thank
the place
you for the
tonight.
promotion. That's very
Excuse
nice.
me, guys. It's been a long day. 13 First Alert meteorologist Corey Kowitz joins us now. Corey,
Yeah.
lots of people talking about the weather. We have some news to talk about. We'll get into that in just a minute. But of course, the talk of the town is the weather. I went outside for a little bit and there were some sprinkles. So what's going on?
You're brave to go out there because your hair looks good right now.
It was
so
very brief, let me
it was-
tell you.
Yeah, it's a bad hair day.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially with the longer hair. Even my hair, which is relatively short. It was
Got a
still,
little poof to it now.
It got a little poof. I still had to fix it up a little bit. So bad hair day, wind, blowing dust, and now we have that rain moving through. So let's take a look at that first alert radar. As like I said, a lot of rain moving through. Broad brush view of the region. Rain is coming in from the west, southwest to moderate to heavy levels. You can see some pretty heavy rain as it moves through. Pretty quick hitter. We'll zoom in on some areas of interest, zooming into kind of the Tucson metro here. You can see with that yellow, dark green, some moderate rain that is moving through here. Even some heavy rain moving through in the mountains, and then that blue showing, they're going to get in that snow. It's really ramping up there on top of Mount Lemmon. They could get several inches of snow through tonight. And looking off to the north, you see a few lightning strikes, but they're beginning to die down. You can see that nice looking line of storms, but it's really died out a good deal. Still seeing some lightning strikes. Can't rule out maybe some thunderstorm activity. And let's bounce right back to Tucson and zoom it back out, and let's talk about our future radar on our first alert action night. As that rain moves through, moderate to heavy rain is possible in Tucson over the next couple of hours through 9 o'clock, but you can definitely see by 9, 10 o'clock things do start moving out to the east, moving it along further through the night, midnight, right, to some scattered showers out east, really moving out of the region pretty quickly because, by the time you get to those overnight hours through tomorrow early in the morning, say 5 a.m., it's pretty much all out of the way. So here are those hourly rain chances. Those rain chances do begin to dwindle as we head through those later evening and overnight hours. By the time you get to 10, 11 o'clock, right, if you're getting rain, it's really spotty, and then essentially no chance later on at night. So pretty quick hitting. Next couple of hours, that's when you'll see that rain in the Tucson metro. Let's also talk winds. Man, we talked about that at the top here. It was really windy. Top wind gust is 46, but I was looking. It said 51, so they might need to update that. Regardless, 46, 51, very strong winds. 55-mile-per-hour gust reported in Marana. That is why we had that that dust warning out there, dust storm warning. All right, well, winds are still pretty strong out there right now, seeing a lot of 35, 40, 45-mile-per-hour gusts, close to 50. Winds do begin to calm down through the evening, 9, 10 o'clock. Still pretty breezy out east as that system moves through. And it really does take till tomorrow morning to really see those winds weaken to the point of it really being a non-factor. All right, let's talk about snowfall as well. Here's a projected snowfall. Snowball could get an absolute thrashing of 16 inches to 2 feet of snow. Sunrise could get a foot to a foot and a half. Hannigan Meadow, 8 to 12 inches. Mount Lemmon and Summerhaven and Ski Valley, 6 to 8 inches. Bisbee Wilcox, not going to see measurable snow, but overnight, you can't rule out maybe a few flakes mixing in, but I'm not going to expect anything measurable. It's really mainly going to be reserved for those really high elevations in the Sky Islands. How about this? We're not done talking about rain, as right on its tail here comes another system. This would be tomorrow through Saturday morning. Projection at 6 o'clock, so late afternoon, evening, we could see those showers move in tomorrow and then becoming a lot more widespread overnight tomorrow night. And then by the time you get to Saturday morning, out to the east, and then things do begin to fizzle out by later in the morning, Saturday morning. So here are the odds of seeing that rain and snow tomorrow night through Saturday. We're up in those chances. 60% chance in Tucson. Good shot of seeing that rain. A pretty active pattern here. And then you have 50% chance in Sierra Vista. Highest chances are off to the northeast, as you can see, to a 70% chance in Safford, 80% chance in Hannigan Meadow. Less of a chance the farther west you go, down to a 30% chance in a place like Ajo. Let's also talk temps. Man, I mean, as that system moved through in that cold front, temperatures plummeted because it was in the 70s this afternoon. Now we're in the 50s in Tucson or Valley. In the 40s at 49, 55 Sierra Vista. You can see right, Bowie, 64, Safford, 63. I haven't quite gotten that cold front yet, but you're off to the west, right? You're in the 50s and the 40s, very, very chilly. Last thing I want to talk about here, all right? Lunar eclipse. That's going on tonight. The question is, will you see it? Partial eclipse begins at 10. The real eclipse begins at 11:30. You're starting to see that darkening on the moon, and then the full red with that max eclipse around midnight, 12:30. It begins to die down, and then by 1:32, pretty much it's beginning to end. So, all right, the question is, will you be able to see it? Right, we have the system moving through, and since it's a fast-moving system, I mean, look, you can't rule out maybe being able to see it. You're going to have the 30% chance for rain at 10 when it starts, but really when it's the good time to see it around midnight, 10% chance for rain, some clouds in the sky, we're going to get some clearing. But regardless, Mary, even if you have clearing, I mean, temperatures in the 40s, you still got the winds out there, it's going to be pretty chilly.
Maybe look out the window to see if you can see it as opposed to going outside.
Yeah, but like yesterday I was saying, I'd lean no, but right now I'd lean yes that you could at least catch a glimpse of it. So if you want to stay up late, I think it could be worth it, because just for reference, I'm going to be staying up late. I stay up late anyway because my shift, that makes me stay up late. But I will be looking for it because I think there's a good shot of seeing it. All right, 13 first alert, 7-day forecast, first alert action night as that rain and wind moves through. We get that next system that comes through tomorrow night through Saturday morning. Pretty good 60% chance, but then from there, likely drying out. How about that? We go from 56 tomorrow to 84 on Monday. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Sunday, Monday look very great.
I would say so. Thank you, Corey.
All right.
Well, we will have another check of your weather coming up on 13 News Live at 10, but as promised, let's jump into our news for this evening. We have some very sad news to report. We continue tracking this late-breaking news as Arizona marks the passing of a political icon in southern Arizona. Congressman Raul Grijalva has died after a nearly year-long battle with lung cancer. He was only 77 years old. Now, Grijalva announced last April that he was being treated for cancer, but he ran for and won a 12th term in November. He's being remembered as a tireless advocate for economic, environmental, and social justice. His record of public service to southern Arizona and the nation goes back more than 5 decades. Let's take some video of him here. Now, the official announcement from the congressman's office reads in part, quote, Representative Grijalva fought a long and brave battle. He passed away this morning due to complications of his cancer treatments. Serving southern Arizona was the honor of Raul Grijalva's life. Driven by his community values and spirit, he worked tirelessly and accomplished so much for Arizona and for the country. We thank all of you for the trust, support, and the partnership that you gave to Representative Grijalva over the years. We are especially grateful to Grijalva's family for their friendship and keeping it, quote, all about the love. For those of you who aren't aware of his history, Grijalva was born in the Canoa Ranch area that's south of Tucson. He graduated from Sunnyside High School, got a bachelor's in sociology from the University of Arizona. In 1974, Grijalva was elected to the Tucson Unified School District Board and served until 1986. Grijalva was a member of the Pima County Board of Supervisors from 1989 to 2002, and he resigned as supervisor to run for Congress and would go on to serve more than 2 decades in the U.S. House of Representatives. He was both the chair and ranking member of the House Natural Resources Committee and led the Congressional Progressive Caucus. Now, his daughter, Pima County Supervisor Adelita Grijalva, posted a tribute to her father on social media, and she wrote in part, quote, he dedicated over 50 years of his life to speaking up for those who couldn't speak for themselves. He is the smartest person I'll ever know, a fighter until the end. He loved his family, especially those grandbabies and this community. He was not a perfect person, but had perfect intentions and wanted to do good. It's been my honor to be Raul Grijalva's daughter, a badge I wear with immense pride. Now, we have had response from lawmakers pouring in, from leaders, from family members all evening. Be sure to join us for 13 News Live at 10. We will have more from his granddaughter, who also followed in the footsteps of Raul Grijalva and decided to take on office at the U of A. We hope you'll join us for more on his legacy. Have a great night.